So I haven't done a review in a while because I've been busy moving, busy dealing with camera issues. I just moved into my new apartment here in Portland, and as you can see with the mess, that there's still stuff unloading. But I was able to temporarily set up a webcam on my new setup. I still don't have a mic stand, but that should be fixed soon. And I was actually able to somehow find a way to hopefully have the microphone and my webcam synced, because there's been a lot of issues in OBS where I cannot get it synced with the boom microphone that I use that's external. So this review is going to be on Super Mario Odyssey. Yep, on the Switch. So I know it's a little bit behind, kind of outdated, but it's a really good game. It's one of the best single-player Mario games in easily over a decade. So I would definitely, first of all, recommend that you play it. So I guess I'll start this review of why I would at least give it a 5 out of 5 stars. So if you don't have a Switch and you don't own this, let me rephrase that. If you have a Switch but you don't own this game, then what are you playing on the Switch? This is one of the flagship games, and it's totally amazing. So it starts off kind of a little clunky and slow. You gotta get used to the controls, but once you get used to the controls, which you keep getting better and better them throughout the game, and as you progress, it's a little bit challenging, but you're always able to complete the challenge or figure out what to do for the most part. So you don't really get stuck in one place and be like, I quit this game. It keeps you at a decent pace where you're not constantly just wanting to quit. So that's what I really like, is that it keeps the game rolling, but it's not boring. Oh my gosh, this game is so easy, because it's actually fun. It just brings you back to a time when video games are supposed to be fun and not super stressful and first person shooter stuff, which, don't get me wrong, I like those type of games, but it's kind of, I guess, for you younger kids or some of you older ones that still play Fortnite. Fortnite, the graphics are not the best. The mechanics kind of suck. I mean, I've played it a few times, and it can be fun. People play Fortnite just because it's fun, not because it's hardcore. So you could kind of compare it to why people would want to play Super Mario Odyssey, because it's a fun game. And that's just really what matters. And first of all, I mean, the graphics for on a handheld, I've only played it on handheld mode, super beautiful, gorgeous, the art style, the polygons, the lighting, it's the best looking Mario game out there. But I mean, graphics aside, it's fun. Again, that's what matters. The story is interesting. The hat thing just it really, really works. At first I saw a bunch of videos on it before I played it in E3, and I was just kind of worried about the hat thing being a gimmick kind of thing. But once you get used to using the hat, it becomes second nature. It's like a part of you. You can explore and do crazy new things. There's hidden areas. So many unlockable things to do. And the storyline's really good. And then even after you beat the main story, there's still a ton more rewards and stars to get, or moons. And it's kind of addicting. The game is literally addicting. When you're playing through it and you're on a roll, you just can't wait to just sit down and play it. So that's what's nice. It's fun and it's addicting. I don't know. It'll really just make you smile for that type of game. And then Nintendo has been pretty good with doing some type of DLC for free kind of program. So they released Luigi's Balloon World, which I haven't played it since then. I actually beat this game back in January, but just getting around now to the review for it, because if you haven't played it, you need to. But yeah, and there's more outfits, there's more modes. They actually want to kind of keep the game alive. And I have not played it in not desktop mode. I haven't played it on the big screen TV. I kind of have a few times, but personally, I like the quality of the screen on the Switch just because the colors and the black level and everything is really good. and then the pixel density is pretty sharp. Now, if they somehow made this game where you could play it in 4K with like a update or something that'll the dock or whatever, if they had like a GPU boosted dock and it could run the game in 4K on a 4K TV, now that would look really good. It's just I'm so used to playing 4K games on my PC that playing a game in like 720 to 1080p on a big screen, just it's not that good for me. Plus, like, the anti-aliasing in this game can kind of be a little wonky. So again, smaller screen, better pixel density. The vibration is just amazing on the Switch. Again, there was my Switch review. If you just look throughout my channel, I reviewed the Switch as a whole. So I personally prefer the Switch as a portable gaming device. It works well on airplanes, and this game is really fun. I have not played the 2-player section where somebody else has the control, but apparently it's interesting. Again, can't review that. But when you are playing on the dock TV, you can do more like motion controls with the controllers. So if you are playing handheld, you're kind of limited to like a few kind of things that you can't do, but it's easily playable. It's challenging, but it's not like impossible, and it's fun, and it picks up momentum, and again, it's fun and addicting. So go out and play. And once you get used to the controls, they become second nature. So like, it's not a clunky game, and then the 60 frames a second works really well for this game because most Mario games are not in 60 frames a second. So platforming at 60 frames a second, and then you just go play the game. It's like one of the best Mario games in a while. Like, it's actually fun and it's not annoying. So I should have some gaming videos and maybe some streams set up soon, now that I have a temporary webcam thing and I've figured out how to sync the audio with my microphone and OBS with the camera, and hopefully I can do that with the DSLR camera too. So hopefully at the end of this video, my mouth and the audio is not all over the place. So thanks, and subscribe, and I'll have some more game reviews coming out too, especially like on The Witcher 3.